Okay guys, IELTS speaking. This test will be conducted before or after listening, reading, writing. It's not on the same day. Sometimes if you request them or you come from another city, then they can conduct it the same day as well, at the same venue where you take your listening, reading, writing. But then they will make you sit in a corner and there they will conduct the test. But otherwise, it is within 7 days before or after your reading, writing and listening test, right? Now, IELTS speaking has 3 parts. Part 1 is called introduction, where examiner will ask you some simple questions on some familiar topics. Those familiar topics can be you, your family, your daily routine, your likes, your dislikes, things you do, free time activities, anything like that. The purpose of speaking part 1 is to give you some confidence so that you just go on with your test, because on test day, speaking test day, you will be quite nervous. You have to face an examiner. So you might be quite nervous. So that is why the purpose of part 1 is to give you some confidence and you go on with that. So they will ask you questions. Number 1, for speaking part 1, they will always ask you 1 sentence question. 1 sentence question means a simple sentence for the question. What do you do in your free time? What is your favorite shopping mall? 1 sentence question, very simple. And in part 1, they do not expect long answer. Number 1. Number 2, they do not expect indirect answer, right? So they expect short, to the point answer according to the question. I call it crispy answer. Now what is crispy answer? Crispy answer is a short answer in 4-5 sentences where you answer all the question very well. For example, if the question is, what is your favorite city? And you say, well, cities are very important and people always love to live in the cities, and city is a place where you can see lights and beautiful things. My favorite city is Peshawar. Not like that, okay? They don't expect that. Let me tell you, let me rather warn you, if your answer is irrelevant, examiner will say, okay, thank you, next question. And some examiners will not even say, okay, thank you. They will interrupt you with another question. As I told you before, one of my students complained, sir, examiner did not allow me to talk. I started my answer. He asked me the next question. Why? When your answer is irrelevant, they will do like that. Okay, so keep your answer short, start your answer directly. The question they ask you, convert that question into interrogative. For example, what's your favorite color? I always love red color. And then go on. What's your favorite color? Colors are very important in life. Different people like different colors. You like black, you like green. I like yellow. Yellow, not dirty fallow, something like that. Okay, just a second. So all you need to do, you just need to give direct answer, to the point answer, and always remember one thing: when you answer the questions in part 1, your answer should contain 3 parts. Number 1, answer the question directly. Number 2, elaborate your answer. Number 3, conclude your answer. Now just see, what's your favorite color? I always like red color. There are various reasons for my likeness, but mostly roses are red and I love red roses. So due to these reasons, red has always been my favorite color. Conclusion. Right? Is that clear? So you should answer like that. They say, what's your favorite color? My favorite color is red. Red is a nice color. Red things are very good. I like red tie. Red roses are my favorite. No connection. In part 1, make compound sentences. Don't make simple sentences. Where do you live? In my house. Right? I live in a house. It is a beautiful house. I like my house. There are 5 rooms in my house. No connectivity. So if you say, I live in a beautiful 5-bedroom house. There is a beautiful lawn in my house, and along with the lawn, we have a big garage for parking the cars. See that? I'm connecting my ideas. These type of things are highly appreciated by the examiners. So don't make simple sentences. 3 steps to answer your questions. Now I'm going to come to you. I'm going to ask you some questions and consider this 3-step formula. Okay, your topic is home or accommodation. So my first question is, do you live in a house or flat?
Yeah, well, I live in a house, my own house, that is my property, and I himself build
I
in
himself is not right. I myself.
sorry, madam. I myself built in 2014.
Okay, now listen, you don't need to recall anything. Now, if you just start thinking 2014 or 13, 14 or 15, and don't take even pauses, the time you stop, examiner will immediately ask you the next question. And you cannot say, excuse me, madam, pichla te moklendio. You cannot say that. Don't argue with the examiner. Don't even tell the examiner what to do and what not to do. Don't even ask the examiner what is my band score and all that. Okay. So I need a fluent answer in 4-5 sentences without a break. Like, do you live in a house or flat? I live in my own house. In fact, I constructed this house in 2014, and ever since I've been living there happily with my family. That's it.
Exactly.
Okay, but if you just take pauses, your band score will go down. Let's go on. Please describe your house.
My house has 4 rooms, 1 dining, along with 1 dining and drawing rooms. There is a car porch, and
excuse me. Whenever you talk about 3-4 things, make 3-4 sentences. For example, please describe your house a little. My house has 4 rooms, 1 bedroom, 2 bathrooms, 1 kitchen. No, you should talk like that. Well, first of all, my house is a 3-bedroom house, and all these bedrooms are really big, along with attached washroom. On the other hand, we have a very big garage in my house, where at a time I can park 3 to 4 cars. Additionally, there is a beautiful lawn towards the entrance of my house. So this is the main geography of my house. Talk like that. Don't say, in my house we have 3 bedrooms, 1 kitchen, 2 bathrooms, 1 garage, 1 this. Talk about all these things in sentences. Let's go on. What is your favorite room in your house?
My favorite room is situated at the first floor, and that has a window.
And still you did not tell me what is your favorite room. You said my favorite room is situated on the first floor, it has a window. First you need to mention, my favorite room in my house is my kitchen. Okay. Because I work all day long in the kitchen, I'm a married man. Sometimes I sleep in the kitchen too, something like that. Okay, so first you mention your favorite room, bedroom chito koi vadan nahi denda, something like that. Okay, so kitchen or anything like that.
Exactly.
Okay, or you can say TV lounge,
Exactly.
or you can say living room. So first talk about it and then give explanation. Now please, again, same question. What is your favorite room in your house?
My favorite room in my house is a big bedroom house, bedroom room, where I and my wife live together. And that is situated at the front of ground floor. And beside that, there are 2 or 3 other rooms.
Okay, that's fine. Now don't talk about other rooms. Okay. That is irrelevant. And you are adding S with many words without any requirement. You should overcome that as well. Let's go on. What have you done to your room to make it look nice? What have you done to your room to make it look nice? Curtains, color, paintings and all that.
When I was constructed the house.
I was constructed is wrong. I was constructed means somebody constructed me.
Okay.
So when I constructed the house.
When I constructed the house, thereafter I renovated my rooms.
Again,
where
both, I tell you, both things are irrelevant.
Okay.
Listen, you just need to answer directly. What have you done to your room to make it look nice? Well, I have done several things to give my room a wonderful appearance. Make it look nice? Appropriate word, wonderful appearance. First of all, there are beautiful red curtains in my room, as red is my favorite color. So we've got some velvet curtains. Apart from that, the furniture in my room is very comfortable and it matches with the curtains, and there are some paintings on the wall. So these things give a wonderful appearance to my room, something like that. Right? You know what you do? You take the answer in a different direction. That's not even my question. Okay, let's go on. How long have you been living in that house? Present perfect continuous. How long have you been living in that house?
I have been living in my house since 2014.
Good. Now you just need to elaborate more. I have been living in this house since 2014 because in 2014 I constructed that house and then I started living there. So since that time I've been living there, and I think it's quite a long time now.
But it is the repetition?
It's not repetition. When I say I think it's quite a long time now, I'm using different words. Repetition is how long have you been living in that house? I have been living in that house since 2014. Yes, I'm living there and I'm living there since 2004. That is repetition. So you should elaborate your ideas. Now, the first thing is do not give the irrelevant answer. Number two, don't give indirect answer. Give direct answer to the point and don't think too much. Make it fluent, right? Now, let's go on with you. Please get the mic. Your topic is your hometown.
Okay.
ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਚਰਗਾ ਬਣਾਵਾ ਕਿ roast ਬਣਾਵਾ
Biryani.
Biryani banana? Okay, that's good. Let's take a start. Hometown is your topic. Hometown is a city where you live. Even if you live in a foreign country and you are not the national of that country, that is not your hometown. Okay, yeah, some people say London is my hometown. Kidon aaya si pichle saal. London is not your hometown. Your hometown is Ludhiana or the area you belong to.
Area नहीं होगा,
No,
city का
hometown is your main city. Yeah, your native city. Exactly. So let's go on. What's your hometown?
I live in Lahore city and I am living in the center of Lahore. In Lahore city there are many historical buildings.
Now see, I live in Lahore city. In Lahore city there are many places. In Lahore city this, Lahore city that. Try to come up with a variety. Listen. What's your hometown? My hometown is Lahore, which is the provincial capital of Punjab, and this is a cosmopolitan city, and this city is very popular all over the world. The end. Okay, just don't move around in circles. Yeah. Now same question again. What's your hometown, or what's the name of your hometown?
I live in Lahore city and it is the province of
It is in the province Punjab.
It is in the province of Punjab and it has beautiful buildings. Moreover, it has also some old buildings which was constructed in the
Which were constructed
in 18th century.
Okay, that's fine. You are taking pauses and you say it has, instead of saying it has, you can say this city contains, my city has, in this city you can find. Variety. If you say it has, that means only you know that. Yeah. Let's go on. Is it a big or a small city?
Obviously, it is a very big city and many people try to find jobs in this city because of their large population. It has a very various things from which people can go to their.
Now that's not the question. Just focus the size of the city. Listen, is it a big city or a small place? I think it's a very big city because the urban conurbations have become the part of the city now, due to which Lahore has expanded a lot. So I would say today Lahore is one of the largest cities of my country. Now don't talk about places because it's all about size. Talk about the things which will show the size of the city. Let's go on. How long have you been living in this city?
I have been living from my childhood and
I have been living since my childhood.
I have been living since from my childhood.
Since and from cannot come together. Since my childhood.
I have been living since my childhood and I have been living from.
Listen. You know, actually your focus is different. The question is, how long have you been living in this city? Right? Now, you say, I have been living in this city since my childhood. I still remember, no, I don't remember, but I was born in this city. It's written on my ID card. So, since birth, I've been living here. Yes, my grandfather migrated from another city, but ever since I was born, I've been living in the same city. Talkative banna hai. पता है महल्ले च की होया है? You know, some ladies, no, not ladies only, some gentlemen even talk like that. Say, उन्हां दे घर पता है की होया? आलू कीमा पक्का है, मैं वेख्या मुंडा उन्हां दा शापर च कीमा लेके जा रहे हैं. Something like that. So just talk more and all that. One last question. Do you think your hometown is an interesting place?
Yes.
And listen. Not, yes, my hometown is. Come on, talk happily, right?
Okay.
Just think that it is your wedding day, and you are meeting IELTS examiner. Karo ji, yeah, on wedding day you are happy and all. Your own wedding day. And not महल्ले में किसी की शादी. महल्ले में किसी की शादी हो तो आपको तो अफसोस होगा, right?
Yes.
So like it's your own wedding day and you are happy. So would you say your city is an interesting place?
Yes, of course, because there are a lot of things which make my city interesting. First of all, there are beautiful hospitals and other buildings which facilitate the people.
Which facilitate the people.
Which facilitate the people, and more. Secondly, the large universities like FAST and other universities which provide education to the students. And finally, in my city, transport system is very popular. So these are the reasons which make it very popular among other cities.
Okay, now word is interesting. Popular is something else. You should focus interesting. Talk about entertainment facilities, because entertainment facilities are interesting, right? So transport system is not interesting. Okay, you will never say आज मैं बस में बैठने लगा हूँ मजा आएगा. Never. I mean, you travel. So just talk about the things interesting. Restaurants are interesting. Parks are interesting. If there is a zoo, that is interesting. Yes. Anything like that. Just focus that. Don't get confused. Just focus the question and give a very brief, to the point answer according to the question. Right? Okay. Thank you.